Hi, I'm Dave Chaffey. Now I'm here to talk about Swigr today. Swigr is an augmented reality app. It allows your customers to scan your labels and see your story in augmented reality. Now I'm going to keep this jargon-free and full of demonstrations and visuals so you can sort of understand what we're talking about here. My aim here is really just to explain, what this is, how it works, how you might use it. Enough information for you to decide whether it's worth taking a step forward. That's pretty much it. Now it's launching at the moment. The Swigr app is launching with 50 brands worldwide as we speak. You'll know some of them. I won't name them here, but you will know some of them, and I'll show you some towards the end here. Now, as we go along here, if you've got any questions or you want more information, we'll have some links below this video so you can just click and then we'll go from there. Now, let me just start at the start. We'll just get everyone on the same page with what is augmented reality, and I've got a video here. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm not real great at this. Okay, augmented reality is a pretty new technology. It's a technology that's been taking off for a while and it's hitting the mainstream now. It's hitting very hard. A lot of people are very excited by this. And essentially how it works is it just overlays content over the top of real content or real world objects, as you can see in the video there. I'll explain it. If you imagine you're looking through your phone, through the camera, and you're in a park like this one here, you can then press a button and then put some content down. Now this is a 3D content. It's really quite over the top, and it's a house. And the trick about augmented reality is it sort of knows where its place is, and you can walk around and it will stay still, which is really quite remarkable. So this is looking through a phone. I'm in a park and I'm literally just placed a house down. So you can imagine there's a lot of use cases for this. Now, that's the classic form, I suppose you'd say. And the way we're using it here is with the product packaging. So we are effectively using this, or Swigr is using this to know where the product packaging is and then place your content over the top or around it or inside it in various different ways, and in ways that can really get people excited about how it could be used. This was an example we did for a pharmaceutical company. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. Now you've got people like Tim Cook, who was the CEO of Apple, saying things like augmented reality is going to be bigger than the internet. You've got statistics coming in saying 70% of people remember brands more because of augmented reality, and 3 in every 4 people are willing to pay more for a product with augmented reality. That's pretty astounding sort of statistics when you're talking about a new technology. Now, it's new, but it's not new for the beverage industry entirely. Treasury Wines brought out augmented reality wine labels back in 2017. It was rumoured to have cost $1 million to have developed, and it paid for itself in spades. They had something like 60% increase in sales, 70% increase by value, and the coverage they got on social media, they had somewhere in the order of 5 million downloads of the app, and, well, I have heard 150 million impressions on social media or views on social media, which is just astounding sort of numbers. Now, of course, this is a big company, but nevertheless, it shows the appetite of consumers who love this technology and are ready to go. And of course, the consumers that it appeals to most are the people in that sort of millennial area, that sort of 25 to 45 bracket. It's a wide bracket, but you get where I'm coming from. Now, we went out and talked to a lot of people and about this sort of concept and said, look, this seems like it's a real winner, and it is. And we said, well, why isn't everyone doing this? And of course, it came down to the barriers to entry. And the barriers to entry were just too great, too expensive, too hard to do. You need technical skills, you have to come up with the concept and the likes here. And that's what gave rise to Swigr. We could see a wonderful tool that consumers loved, and we could see that there was no way to make it accessible. And that's exactly what Swigr is about, making this technology accessible in a way that has a return on investment, is affordable, and can be managed as easily as managing your Facebook page. Now, I could explain this much further, but we've got a great video that goes for about a minute, which does the job that I couldn't do in 10. So I'm going to put that on right now. Hold on.
Swigr is a clever new way for brands to connect with consumers. There's a new generation who want more from their drink, which is why we made Swigr, an exciting new app for consumers to discover your unique story right from your label. Here's what it looks like for customers. They download Swigr app, then they use their phone to scan your label. That's it. Stunning augmented reality hovering in front of your label with authentic content from you, the brand. A mesmerizing, interactive experience interwoven with social media. It really is an experience, an opportunity for them to discover what you're really about. And it's a lightning rod for brand exposure. This concept is built for social sharing. And here's what it looks like for you, the brand. You sign up for an account. You upload an image of your label. You add content through a regular browser. That's it. No need to print any special labels or use any special software or skills. All the heavy lifting is done by the platform. You just tell your story with regular content. We'll make it come to life. And when you're ready to make changes to your story, just jump back in, edit content, and hit go. And it'll update every single label around the world. So, what else? There's a lot of other features and functions too. You can add regular promotions, grow your loyalty program, and even sell directly from your label if you like. It's a revolutionary concept that's capturing the hearts and minds of a new generation. Take a deep dive and find out if Swigr is right for you.
Yeah, so it's an exciting technology, and Swigr is the means by which it's accessible. Accessible for you and accessible for all your customers, which makes it a great option here. It's going out to 50 brands at the moment, taking this to market as we speak. And essentially, we're all seeing this as a social tool, almost like a variation of social media that shows from your label, which is pretty cool. Because we're trying to get customers to engage with your brand, customers to engage with each other, and then customers essentially to share it on social media. And you get that sharing going amongst your core group, and that's when you'll go viral with this sort of stuff. Now, in terms of generating return on investment, there's a few themes that are flowing through this. And hold on, I'll just pull up. Yeah, okay, so these are the sort of the 6 themes that we've seen. There's storytelling is one theme that a lot of the breweries are talking about, that is getting the backstory of the brewery onto the actual label. Now, done raw, video from a mobile phone showing from the label is a really cool way of doing things. It's being used to get media attention, and you can imagine the power of the visuals here are terrific. There's certainly, amongst the brewing purists, I should say, an angle for focus, as in I want to tell the story of how I've built this from the scratch, or what goes into my brew, which is different to everyone else, and I want to tell that story from my label, which is a great angle. Local brewers or brewers that work within a local region are using it to push their name locally. Now, don't get me wrong here, this isn't a tool that's your main form of marketing. This is to say the tool is getting them to engage, but having the theme of local is the angle here that gets more people coming to your venue. Promotion, using it for merchandising, this is in terms of ROI, and engagement. And there's been some great ideas along the lines of let's get our own patrons, our own customers, to come up with alternate labels for our cans, and we'll upload the image, and that could be on the scene. And it's terrific stuff, it really is, doing some great stuff out there. Now, what do you have to do to get this on your label? Well, not a whole lot. As I talk to everyone about, this would have cost you $1 million if you had done it 5 years ago, but the technology has been broken down now, and that's the key here. To get this on your label, you simply go to the Swigr website, sign up for an account, and upload a label. Now, we have to do a little bit of work at our end to get it all into the system, but that's all you have to do. Once that's in the system, then it's a matter of logging in through our web portal, which is just a normal sort of web portal, not far different from Facebook. Log in, upload your content into the sections and the likes there. It's very easy, very intuitive. And when you hit go, well, that label's live, and you'll be able to scan that can and go, that's great. And so is every other can around the world that has the same label. And that's a terrific sort of situation, because you literally could have thousands and thousands of cans right now which are out there and ready to be scanned and activated. So it's a matter of getting the message out to your consumers then of, here we go, and then they can find it very, very easily. There's nothing to print. There's no special labels to print. There would have been 5 years ago. You had to print out labels and put them on and all that sort of stuff. This recognises your can, puts the augmented reality content there. It's really simplified things down so that it's accessible. That's the main thing here. Now, in terms of the cost, because that's what it always comes down to, am I going to get return on investment? Well, at the moment, for early sign-ups, because we're trying to get the numbers of people up, we're offering this at $99 a month per label. There's no other costs for setting up. There's features that you can add to it, but by and large, that's the cost that you'll have. There's no lock-in contracts or anything for this early round. And if you sign up at that price, that becomes a lifetime price for as long as you stay on the platform. We think it's a pretty good offer. Won't stay forever, but it'll stay until we've got our numbers up. So I hope you think about it, and I hope it's interesting for you. Now, If you feel that that might be good for you, you can go to the website and sign up. And if you're not sure, but you think it could be good, come and ask us some questions. It's not hard. We can answer anything. And probably your questions are the same questions that others have as well. Now, I'm going to play some videos now of some really cool stuff. Some of this is standard sort of stuff with the package. Some of it's experimental things that we're doing at the moment. For example, you'll see Space Invaders, a game that you can play on your can, which is just wild. It's an experimental tool that we're playing with at the moment. But this is the whole thing. This is about getting people's attention. That's what Swigr's about. And if we can bring more attention to your brand in a way that brings you value, in a way that doesn't use any more resources and doesn't cost you anything, then why wouldn't you? Let's have a look.
Do you want to be featured on the social wall? Just post on Instagram using the 2 hashtags above for your chance to show up.